What's up? What's up? It's Easy Money Ash, and yes, I'm live from my Freightliner Cascadia. And today, I know it's a holiday, and you want to celebrate with your family and friends, but you probably working. But it's all right. So you want to celebrate wherever you are. If you in your house, if you in the truck, it don't even matter. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing to eat good, even though I'm away from my family. I love having seafood. I'm from Florida, so a lot of my family is in Florida. You see that palm tree. So I really enjoy shrimp. That's like one of my favorite foods. So I'm gonna show you how I like to make shrimp mac and cheese, even on the truck. It's super easy. I don't use a ton of ingredients. And also, I'm trying to watch my waist a little bit. So I'm not doing pasta. Right now, I'm using cauliflower, all right? So we're gonna use the cauliflower mac and cheese. And also, we're gonna add some shrimp to it, make it delicious. And then I'm gonna show you how I season up, how I do my thing, all right? So sit back, relax. It's gonna be simple ingredients. Trust me, super simple. You'll be able to do it. I do it. Make sure on the truck you have an inverter. Make sure you got a wattage of about 3,000 watts. I like to get 3,000 watts because I like to run my TV. I broke it. As you can see, I still got but the TV holder, I still got it up there, right? Boom. Still got that up there. My TV broke, but I'm about to go to my storage and get another one because I got like 3 TVs. All right. So sit back, relax, enjoy some good food because I'm from Florida. We love to eat good. We love to eat great seafood. I'm from Florida. I'm going to tell you so many times. I'm from Florida. This is what we do. All right. It's what we do. So just sit back, relax. All right. Enjoy the good energy, the good vibes, and let's do it. Yep. So first I take my shrimp, crunch it up a little bit, crunch it up, so it's been in my freezer. I do another video on what freezer I recommend and what freezer I recommend. Just crunch it up a little bit because it's frozen. All right, boom. Take a bowl. However many shrimp you like, add it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look. Hey, I like a baker's dozen. Who doesn't? So I got this. Boom. Add a little water in there. Let it sit. Boom. So next step, grab your skillet. I usually use that to cook. So next, I got my shrimp. So I did not plug in and turn on my electric skillet. While I have it off, I'm gonna actually make sure my shrimp is unthawed, and then I'm gonna set it inside of my electric skillet. Okay, so I'll be able to have a surface to go ahead and season it on. All right, let's do it. Make sure you use some olive oil to season your pan real good, and you'll be fine. Stick around for what? Always felt like sticking around the same as being stuck. That's that shit that drives me crazy. And like guns with the ink in, getting under my skin. Pretty little young thing. So after I done gathered all the seasonings in the olive oil, at this point, my shrimp should be nice and unthawed. So I'm getting ready to toss it in the pan with it off and then season it up. So now you see I flipped them over. And at this point, you can put your favorite seasonings on the other side, or you can put the same seasonings. Usually I put the same seasonings on the other side. So definitely gonna put the garlic butter on the other side. Definitely gonna put the magic seasoning, the magic seafood seasoning on the other side. So I'm gonna put my Obey on the other side. And now you can finally turn it on. Let it cook. I like to put it on like 250 and put the top on it. Keep the heat in. All right, so let me tell y'all, the most important seasoning is the Old Bay seasoning. That's all the other seasonings are supportive. But if you don't have this Old Bay, it's gonna taste like it's missing something, okay? You can skip on the other seasonings, but this seasoning right here, you have to have it. All right, so make sure you always keep this stocked. I know during COVID, it was a shortage of Old Bay seasoning, but right now they back in stock. I always keep some of this on the truck with me if I'm cooking seafood. Make sure you have it at all times. All right, let's see, let's check it. Ooh, oh my God. Yeah, so it's cooking on 250. All right, got it on 250 cooking, and it's been cooking for about 3 minutes. So at this point, I flip them over a little bit, flip them over to the other side, and cook the other side, because it don't take that long to cook shrimp at all. Oh, I'm so satisfied with this shrimp right here. It's so seasoned, looking good. So this is what it looked like when I flipped them over. And this is after 3 minutes. So 250, 3 minutes, and then give it another 3 minutes on the other side. Then after that, you'll add it to the mac and cheese. All right. So it's been another 3 minutes. We did 3 minutes on the first side and then 3 minutes on the second side. So at this point, it's been on 250 degrees. So at this point, you can take them out, put them to the side as we get that mac and cheese ready and prep it to go into the air fryer, all right? And that air fryer has many settings, including bake. So we're gonna be using the bake setting, okay? So go ahead and get that prepared and we'll get to it. After cooking in that electric skillet, I like to go ahead and start my cleaning process even while I'm in the air fryer, all right? So this is what I like to use, that spray power wash. It's excellent. All you really need is to spray it and then wipe it down with a paper towel, a good paper towel, all right? But this done gonna always get it done for you, okay? All right, make sure you get this, keep it stocked in your cabinet at all times if you love to cook in your truck. Now I got my air fryer. This is the pan I use. That's all you need. And then put some parchment paper at the bottom. Line it enough. And then put your mac and cheese inside. And that's all you gotta do. You need some parchment paper. Line it at the bottom. Make sure it's in there as such. Like that. And this is what we're cooking from. Cooking that mac and cheese. So it comes in this pan right here. Take it out the pan. Alright. And when we take it out, we're going to turn it upside down. And we're going to put it right in there. Just like that. Just like that. Alright, this is the fun part. We got to grab the shrimp. We got to grab the shrimp. Make sure we sprinkle that shrimp in there. Yeah, we sprinkle that shrimp in there, and then we mix it up how we like to mix it up. I like to really mush it down in the mac and cheese, mush it in there good. So with every bite, we're gonna taste the shrimp. With every bite, you can cut up the shrimp if you like, but I don't usually do that. I just keep it whole. It's all right. You take some cheese. You gotta have that grated cheese. Yeah. Put that grated cheese right on top of there. Because you done mixed in your shrimp. Kind of covered it with the cauliflower. And as you cover it with the cauliflower, you go ahead and cover it now with that last layer. Put some cheese on there. Put enough on there. Just enough for right now. And you're going to end up taking it out right before it's done and putting some more cheese on top of it. So let's just give it a chance to bake. And we're going to put it in there for about 15 minutes on 350 on bake. About 15 minutes, and we're gonna let it bake. It's been 5 minutes. So let's see how it looks after 5 minutes. Ooh, man, it's looking great. And this is not done. So we're just going to put it back inside and let it continue to cook. So as you can see, it's been 10 minutes. Let's take it out and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's getting there. So at this point, it's almost done. Let's just go ahead and throw some more cheese on the top of there. Boom. Throw some more cheese on the top of there. I like a lot of cheese, so this is right here. This is extra cheesy mac and cheese. We're going to put some more cheese on top of there, throw it in there for a couple more minutes, and then it should be done soon. So that's how we're going to do it like that. We're going to throw it back inside because it's almost ready and let it cook the rest of the way, and we'll be done. So it's been cooking for 1 minute. Let's take it out a little bit. As you can see, the cheese is already starting to melt. So let's put a little seasoning on top of it. Boom. I use the garlic butter seasoning on top of that. And then along with the garlic butter seasoning, I'm going to use a little bit of Old Bay. Put it on top of that. Let it continue to cook for a couple more minutes, and then we'll be done. So it's got 2 minutes left on the clock, so we'll assume it's about done. We take it out, and as you can see, it's definitely done. Let's just take it out, and we're done with that. So as you can see, we had 2 minutes left on the clock, so it's safe to say that it takes about 13 minutes in the air fryer to cook, and this is the final look of everything. 13 minutes to cook, something super easy, something you can do in your truck. I'm about to chow down right now, but as you can see, this is some good mac and cheese, seafood mac and cheese that you can make in your truck. You can make at home, and it'll be done in less than 13 minutes inside of the air fryer, and then 6 minutes inside of the skillet, and from there you can go ahead and enjoy with yourself or your family or whoever you may be. Like I said, I love seafood. It's one of my favorite meals. Y'all can take it with you, make it wherever you at, because it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Leave a comment below if you try it. Make sure you tag yourself on Instagram so I can see a picture. Tag me on Instagram at EasyMoneyAsh, and I'll take a look at it, see how you did, and hey, y'all enjoy it. Peace.